Today in Bhutan, if you look at our leadership, only 7% of elected officials are women. Only 7%. And that's not good statistics. That's not good. That's not good for the country. That's not good for women. That's not good for anyone. Some of the reasons behind why women are not as active in public space may be cultural attitude and mindsets. Although women enjoy a much and far better place in the society, Bhutan as a nation is used to seeing men in leadership positions. Our older generation women, most of them don't have education qualifications, so that's a barrier for them to get into leadership positions. And I think the public perception feeds into their own self-confidence. They don't know if the community will be confident with their leadership skills. And it's not only about running for public offices, it's about really engaging and getting women out there in decision-making, contributing towards decision-making, contributing their views, making their voices heard. Because at the end of the day, that translates into national policies, laws of the land, which will affect how we live our life, how our country moves forward, and more importantly, how it will affect the future generation. So keeping all these issues in mind, READ Bhutan, we wanted to have a starting point. And for us, our starting point is the grassroots level communities. Our aim was to bring information, to bring certain skills, and really to get the women out of the household realm into the public realm and make them understand what role they can play at a community level, with the hope that eventually from the grassroots level it'll percolate up to the national level. And with that vision and with that strategy in mind, we applied and composed this Women Represent project. READ Center and READ Bhutan was selected as one of the innovative libraries as part of the Beyond Access initiative, and through that initiative we won this grant on women on a project called Women Represent. Our main objective was to encourage women in rural communities or in rural Bhutan to come out and be more active in the public sphere. The first thing we did was to form a women's group. We wanted to create a space where women could come and discuss amongst themselves issues that are relevant to them at an individual level, issues that are relevant to them at a local level, issues that are relevant to them at a national level.
Uranalo amsusu ngachiki community gilana kadewecha motok mega hansugi dinno to gatarigi din sendi da ngache da lerim start benige.
So the women normally meet once every month or twice every month depending on their farm activity and schedule.
Damo amsugi ngache amsusu ya kupengi anina yo wachin chelo pemba kachong seme. Nachilo pemba so onga amsulo.
Oh, minalade amsugi hagoda amsugi hagoda
kidu gara onte amsu gapchi mbasinte ta ngachira chine dipta ane be kidu ane be oni ane be sete atsi singo suno me ba no de te pogi disbe da chiga chamchi ola benimi nana gi disu de gara amsugi laba bendege atsi tami me o me na te kidichi.
It creates community discourse amongst the women. It creates a sense of camaraderie between them. And the fact that we get them talking is also very important.
Amsu disudi malhavel ngaji aida ngaji igagi amsu dis nasa chidi educated pedi de mindula chidi kongi dele reach ki anzum chi library open be dele kongi rechika bra ya meeting disuna bo be da kongi lapte ngaji ayintin tobesi iga be wachindi ngaji la chira be de go be yale baumda atsire konale yintin tobesi.
The second thing we did was we did leadership training, and we targeted that more towards the schoolgirls because we believe they will be the future leaders, hopefully, of the country. In the leadership training program, we mainly did on public speaking.
Yenden halam thopchila visualization ngachigi confident la mewala ani confident gadib thopni ina tele presentation gadib chini ina tele rangi kole gachira ship ina su kole gara shi subeshin.
The other component under Women Represent is our listening program. It's a radio drama series which talks about the process of democracy, which is very new in Bhutan. BCMD, Bhutan Center for Media and Democracy, was very kind enough to give the resources to us.
The kinsel kon the jini di ani disuna jindeba the hamatsumi and disudi koreju ki ani churagi program nale the drama gi be khungi zo be du ani kinale ko lensuni me pentoni me se shane ko sige shane ko sige basa ya ha고
미가 밑에 쪽 사범 찾는다 찾아. 어떤 맥마체 해보 센자스. 원에 봄랑 접줄 봐 봐 센자베게.
이루는 때지 제가 맞대 무슨 세월을 잘 참다고 했잖아. 랑이 자로엔 무슨 마탕아이 쪼좀니 뚠지 진짜 저긴ning 지가 뭐랑 마이 쪼좀니 치지 봐 무슨 잠이라지.
And after they finish listening to the episode, then they have a discussion. And I think that discussion part is the most important aspect of this listening program. Based on the radio series, issues tend to come out in their own local community, issues that may not necessarily come out if it weren't encouraged by that drama series.
The chagi would ani empower so the kachihagwe. GD ngacha control mo power da ngacha control mo matemush. The GD the controls the ngachiragi feelings the control besimedi to. The ngomma darigi workshop de da ngachigi through art mush ngachigi kadeve ngachigi feelings explore benna.
Then the third program we did is what we call art therapy, but mainly that's using the medium of art to engage our women and girl participants to go through a process of self-awareness.
Magripa da ani mountain chigi be chugi badila. The chugi badi mi den da mo dira. Da rang lejumra iba jindi choose mi joni mola. The legend me watching the erosion take be memela the erosion take place be the zumbi. Nam so dosis ke jam bala. The answer member rang chu legend be jo. The rangi no thangda legend me watching the chu zumbi jo.
What do you think empowerment is? What color is empowerment? It can be anything. No, for me, empowerment can be pink. No, empowerment can be purple. Any color. Then shape.
Empowerment can mean so many things to so many people depending on what context you're talking about. But by pinning it down to something visual, something concrete, which has a shape, color, and form, the girls were able to walk through that process of what empowerment really means to them.
Empowerment
is green in color. Empowerment is purple. It feels like independence. Empower is sugar that is sweet. Peace, circle, which never end.
Empower is the smell of flowers.
It feels like as if I am in freedom and peace.
When I am in power, I can make everyone happy. When I'm empowered, I feel independent and I could feel myself that I can do anything.
The Women Represent project is the first of its kind that READ Bhutan did in all our centers. And in the process, we found out that such project actually does go a long way in changing mindsets.
Amsuda phoge de ewa mi oni mes no me dade. Dele amsu chama gap na me to ve kachimo slam ne du kachimo so chinga chi uralu de amsu de statsun su chama to ve mi. De shule mbachi thimo sunu rewa pomi.
Anzum na chama to mi boom le shei bachin la ngati boom disugi kangile se sun zum chitula. An bendi gi khachi to zum chitomila.
Difference tusi shunila ngai bi ochin tusi shunila dia kashmo se ochin mapa di buski bemi di bumgi be sube shunila dia da bumgi bemi di buski bemi subse shunila and ni difference tula.
We could see some improvements, visible impact, more concrete example. Each of our READ center has a library management committee which acts as the board of directors for the center. Before it was male dominated, we had majority male representation in the library management committee. At the end of this project, the library management committee was recomposed and now we have all women library management committee, which is first of its kind in a READ history in Bhutan. Women have come forward themselves to be in the library management committee positions, which is the best thing that can happen in terms of encouraging women at a community level to come forward.
Ani pum district ngami ya sujano an bindiru ya meeting na show lapta nga chenmi bera jodo jode. Na mesami labe malap class she sent walap malap minap gilabe to la ngadi nam show la raju chiru irura meeting na jodi rangi na de.
And it's been so successful that we hope that we can make the people, our Bhutanese people, see the platform of a library and how a library can be so relevant to a community and engage the community and provide a platform to have such discussions and initiative. And why this is important to us is because library is a new cultural concept. And many people do not necessarily think of libraries when you think of these kind of programs. So through this project, we are able to demonstrate to the people that how a library, essentially a house of knowledge, can be used and leveraged to do things and to do programs that is relevant for the community today and for the future. You can start organically. It doesn't have to be something big and grand, something huge. You can just start off by as simple as forming a women's discussion group and meeting on a regular basis and talking of everyday issues, whatever issue they face. And that's a starting point. And from there, it only gets better.